Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's UK Fuel Ninja. We're out and about. So what we're going to be up to today is we are going to be gathering up some plants to make fertilizer, namely fresh, new growth, a bit bigger than this stinging nettles. I'll leave these little ones alone to grow up a bit more. But first, I'm going to take you up to one of my failed grow sites so I can explain a few things as to basically choosing a site. So this is kind of early summertime, so all the stinging nettles are quite low down, the leaves on the trees are still brand new, still forming, still all soft and not hard yet. So basically all that stinging nettle there is going to grow up pretty high, and you wouldn't actually be able to see through this and see where I am once all the trees and all that's grown. So it's still early, so don't worry if you're still waiting to plant seeds and all the rest of it. You still have a little bit of time, but you might want to start to get prepared. So anyway, let's take a walk up here. This site's abandoned, so I'm not going to grow here again, but you can see what it's like. So imagine that this is night time and you can't see at all because there's no light out here other than the moon and the stars. So this is quite a steep hill. Sorry about the jerkiness of the camera, but I'm walking up a big ass steep hill. And I was carrying water and compost and all sorts of shit up here, and it's hard work. You can imagine how frustrated I was when slugs destroyed everything. It's not good. So yeah, looking for sites is the stuff you have to keep in mind. And also this is probably going to be quite a long video, so if you're interested, keep watching. If not, then might find something else to do rather than listening to me talk. So this is it, just here where all those stinging nettles are, and you can see how like blatantly obvious it is. But in the height of summer, you can't even see it. That is completely hidden over there, all that green patch. So yeah, let's have a look. So that's one hole I dug, got leaves and stuff in it now. Another hole. Another hole. Damn man, it's got a lot of leaves in it. That goes down really quite far. It's about 2 foot deep. Another one here. A lot of leaves, man. And another one here. And another one just there. That's the remnant of the dirt there dug out, and you can see it's like clay, chalk and flint. Not the best at draining. Takes quite a lot of work to do. So anyway, this had all compost and all my mixture in it. Because I'm not a rich man, and neither do I particularly care to become a rich man, I took all the compost out. So not only did I drag it all up here, when all my plants got eaten by the slugs, I then came back and retrieved it all. Which yeah, was a mission. So yeah, these stakes here, I kind of made cages out of the twigs because rather than using wire and all that stuff, it's not too difficult to get branches and stuff like that and kind of weave a cage rather than using wire. Is free, and it helps it blend into the background as well. You can find videos of how to weave hazel and twigs and stuff like that. That's one of the twigs I cut up there. But yeah, so as you can see now, there's a lot of visible sky. But the problem is that as soon as all this grows up, it blocks out the sun, and this place only really got, I think at best, about maybe 9 hours of sun, and it just was not enough to dry out this ground, and the slugs just come out of it and shredded everything, which is not good. Not good at all. So yeah, site selection is key. There was a lot of work digging out all of this, and for nothing in return really, but live and learn. So yeah, I mean there probably is some good places and patches around amongst here, but to be honest with you, I'm not really going to bother with this again. I'd have to cut out shitloads of trees, and you know, I'm not really down for destroying trees if it's not necessary. So yeah, it wasn't really good, but that was first grow, so learning and whatever. So I'll pause the video here rather than you follow me all the way back down to the thing again, and we'll go and gather up some plants to make some fertilizer. Okay, so climbed out through the trees and back on the path again. So yeah, this stuff that we're going to make, it's not my recipe. I didn't create it, and just did some research and found out how to make natural organic fertilizers. So anyway, this stuff, before you go all crazy and think, oh yeah, I'm going to go make this stuff, it's rancid. Like it stinks. And if you're going to make it, you're going to want to seal it up in some kind of tub, something to contain the smell. It won't smell straight away, but after 2 weeks you're going to have a big old bucket of just rancid smelling shit. And yeah, trust me, it stinks, and it's not even pissing around with how much this stuff smells. From it was the prepping for the little ones video that I did. I showed you a kind of a plant tray with a load of seaweed on it, and that stuff smells like rotten animals. It literally smells like rotting fish. As you can imagine, it's from the sea and it's rotting seaweed, so that's what it smells like, and it is nasty, properly nasty. So when I throw that stuff in there with everything else and I don't seal it up, the neighbours are going to go mental, and I'm going to get a lot of complaints about it. So initially it will just be in a bucket, and then I'll go and get like some kind of food grade barrel type thing. They're not that expensive, and then it's for life basically. You can use that each year, make up about 10 litres of this stuff, and go from there. So anyway, yeah, there's been a lot of sad times here on YouTube. It would appear that quite a lot of people are getting shut down, and I was really, quite disappointed and upset to see that UK Growmaster Yoda got shut down. Basically, along with quite a few other people, I was watching before I even started growing. He was one of the ones that I got a lot of hints and tips from and ideas just by watching his videos and seeing what he was doing, etc. And yeah, his channel's gone, and he had a lot of stuff on there. There's quite a few other people who have also gone as well. I understand that there's people even in the US where they're legally allowed to grow. YouTube has killed their channels too. But hey, listen, Babylon hates this plant. This plant literally heals you. Not only that, but if it ever came to become legalized, how can I put this? The synthetic industry for material would be hit overnight, because they'll tell you a whole heap of bollocks about how their synthetic plastic material is really, really great and it's way better than any natural fibre, but it's propaganda and bullshit lies. It's the same lies that they told when they had the plant banned. And this plant makes the greatest paper, makes the softest fabrics, it makes the strongest rope, and you can eat it. Do you know what I mean? Why the hell would they want this plant ever to be legal? Why the hell would they ever want this plant to be promoted? They're going to kill it at every possible thing, because it's the tree of life. This thing will heal you, and it will heal the nation, literally, without not even fucking about. It literally is the healing of the nation. You look into it a bit more and you'll find out all about it. You can, with seeds of this plant, You could build yourself a house, you could clothe yourself, and you could feed your family just on this plant alone. So, do you know what I mean? That's why YouTube's shutting it down, because it's getting too much promotion. Well, at the same time, they will buy fucking stocks and shares in it over in the US. What jokers, man. Hypocrites is what they are. So yeah, it's a sad time to see so many people's channels getting shut down and whatever. Also, not that I really want to bring glory to other people and whatever, or glory to myself. Humbleness is always the best way. There are a lot of people who I also watch. I'm not the font of all knowledge for anyone to think. I'm just a man growing some weed and bumbling my way through it. So what I'll do is I'll put some names across the screen or whatever, and people that you might want to have a look at, might want to check out for their advice, because the more advice and more people you watch, the more knowledge you're going to gain, and the better chance you'll have growing your own plants. Everyone's different, everyone does their own thing slightly differently, because we're all unique. There's only one of me and there's only one of you. So yeah, anyway, so just trekking. It's pretty, eh? It's a very old woodlands. All these bluebells take a very, very long time to establish and spread out like that. So, you know, these woods here are really hundreds of years old. I wouldn't care to have a guess at how many people have walked along this path before me and will walk down this path after me. So, yeah. I think there's like a crashed plane and shit like that in here as well, from like World War II. But yeah, we're just heading up to a place where I gathered a load of stuff previously, and actually over there looks like there's some interesting plants. I'm not a botanist, I don't know their names, so it's a plant, it's green and it's growing like a weed, so that's what we're after. Try not to kill as many of the bluebells as possible. So, alright, give me 2 seconds, let me sort myself out and we'll start picking some of this stuff.